Hello, today's movie is the 1977 Canadian horror film Cathy's Curse. Now, I've read that this film has been criticised for being a bit of a rip-off of The Exorcist, The Omen and Carrie. That sounds pretty good to me. And it was also panned at the time of its release for having cheesy makeup and inept special effects. These are all selling points as far as I'm concerned. Let's check out Cathy's Curse. Oh! What the hell? Oh my god! No, Susan, no! No! That was a very quick backstory into title. I don't think I really caught that. Someone was abducted. Ooh, nice house.
Joanne? Joanne?
I love the 70s haircut on the backstory guy in the past.
Where's your mother and your brother?
Mommy's gone. She's taken George with her.
Your mother's a bitch. She'll pay for what she did to you.
Here we go with the synth music. Love it. The quality of this print is pretty bad. Accident didn't look that bad. Oh, that's terrible, setting fire to a beautiful old car like that. I don't care about the people inside. But the car. Okay, so we've got a nice tragic backstory there. He did not know then, years later, that he would return to that house with his wife and daughter, Cathy. Who did not know? I can't see the name because the print's cut it off.
Hello, Mary.
Hello.
How wonderful to see you.
Oh, my God, you were just a little boy, and here you are.
Oh, is this George, the brother who was abducted? And his new family?
Thank you for arranging all this.
What? Whose bed was that the ghost was pulling sheets down on? So it seems like this is the young boy that was taken away from the house by his mother in the backstory, who's now returned to the house. And I'm guessing Cathy's going to be possessed by the spirit of the young girl who died in the car fire.
How comfortable she seemed to be in her room. In the whole house, for that matter. And in a place she's never seen before.
Well, maybe you'd like it better if she were upset. Well, would you?
What are you talking
What?
about?
Listen, George. This is getting pretty ridiculous. You know and I know that I've had a nervous breakdown, right? Well, it's not hereditary and it isn't catching. The way you go around analyzing everything Cathy says or does. It's too much, George.
And I don't
Some very
really, because she
unique
seems
acting
to feel
styles
so
in
at
this
home
movie
here.
so far. Here we go. Supernatural antics, that's what we're here for. A light has come on. That was kind of a cheap effect, just turning a light on. Women and their nerves and their nervous breakdowns.
Or a cat.
I think we're overdue for some supernatural antics. I want to see this child get possessed. There's always a creepy attic, isn't there? With a creepy dummy or doll. On with the exorcism, please. Here we go, creepy doll.
Why don't you want to see anymore?
Ooh. That was quite nicely done. Ooh.
Cathy, where are you?
That was quite a good moment. Very effective.
Cathy?
Here we go. Now she's possessed.
Agatha is a medium.
Yes, it's true. That's why I'm so attracted to all things. They have experienced so much. They tell me so much.
This is the first
Take, for
person in this
example,
movie who can act.
That photograph over there.
Repeat after me. Are we gonna look for Mummy? Are we gonna look for Mummy? Don't talk to me about your mummy. All women are bitches. Repeat. All women are bitches. Watch out, Daddy. There's a rabbit. No, Daddy, no.
He's gone, Daddy. I'm all alone.
No, he isn't in his room.
Shut up! Do you hear me? Your mother's gone.
That was almost well done. Not quite, but nearly. They made an effort.
Your eyes hurt, don't they? Well, it's perfectly natural. You've been burnt in a fire. Just wait a minute, and I'll make it stop hurting.
But that photo. Well, never mind. I must be going now. It's been very
Your
nice
daughter
meeting
tried
you,
to
Vivian.
stab mine with a
I
needle.
hope I
Thanks
shall
for
see you
coffee.
again sometime soon.
There's an awful lot of creaking on this soundtrack. It doesn't just sound like the people walking in the house, it sounds like the film crew. Why does she have the doll? Why is she still holding the doll?
It's only the dog. Her first night here.
You know what happens to dogs in horror films? That was kind of disturbing.
For Christ's sake, shut up! You stupid bitch.
There's a lot of people saying bitch in this movie.
Very good.
I don't know if this was a TV movie or a cinema release movie, but the acting seems too bad for a TV movie. On with the possession. Oh!
Good morning, honey. Sit down. Breakfast is ready.
So why didn't she like that statue?
It's nothing.
No one's commenting on any of this.
There, it's all done. I'll fix you another
Except for the
bowl.
rest on the floor. The script of this movie is just weird. It's so disjointed. There's no structure. One thing doesn't lead to another. It's just sort of things happening in a weird way. I don't think any of this is helped by the fact that the lighting has all the ambience of a bathroom with fluorescent lights. She's not reacting at all. Out the window? Yeah?
Dog was howling and
This woman's acting. It's eccentric. An eccentric acting style.
There at the window. That damn window. My baby!
Looked like the policeman was trying to cover up his laughing at the woman's acting. If they'd put as much thought into the story as they did into this piano music, I think this film would have been a lot better. Okay. That's alright. Decomposing food. I guess that's sort of creepy. Not really.
Mommy.
Here we go. Possessed doll. Come on, possessed doll. We need you to save this movie.
I'm afraid.
My little girl is
We didn't even get it to do anything.
Were you in your room when Mary was in there cleaning?
Oh,
Answer me, Cathy.
and Mum doesn't
You
react to
know
her
it.
daughter dematerialising at all.
Cathy, you're starting to make me angry. I saw you. Do you hear me? I saw you there when Mary... It's no use trying to hide. I saw you there with my own 2 eyes. Do you understand?
She's not reacting to the dematerialisation at all. So I guess Mum fell down the stairs, but they didn't actually show the most interesting part of what was happening. We still have no sense of whether it's Cathy or the doll who's possessed, what the angry spirit wants.
And what the little lady doesn't like, I don't like either. Now, get the hell out of here. You old bitch.
How dare you? You can't speak to me like that.
Good Lord, the old cow's dead. Get out! Take off! Disappear!
Oh, bitch.
Oh, bitch!
I think this film would be improved by
Fat dried up whore.
I think this film would be improved a lot by a drinking game where you take a drink every time anyone says bitch. Why does the ghost of the dead child hate women? Ooh. There's music. I'd like a whole album of this. I have no idea what's happening. But whatever it is, it's taking a really long time. What happened about the rotten food before? No one saw that it was rotten except Cathy. Oh, snake! Okay. Rats? Oh no, not a spider, thanks. No thank you. No, thank you very much. No. This music's great, but it does not go with this overly long segment at all. Wow, this scene is really long. Still think something's going to happen to that dog, because it always does. I think the dog's the best actor in the movie.
I've never seen anything like this. If
Ah!
there's no objections, I'd like to do an autopsy on her.
I hope that wasn't a real dead dog. I hope it was just
I ever put my
asleep
hands on him.
or acting. Is Cathy wearing Yeti boots? I think she is. I want to see those Yeti boots. It's like whoever made this movie had been told about The Exorcist and The Omen, but hadn't actually seen them.
I'm upstairs.
I'll be right there.
And she didn't tell anyone about the drunken old man and the child abusing her before now. This is some days later.
Vivian, I'm here.
Uh-oh.
It's perfectly clear to me
Lovely
that
James
you're here,
Bond
Agatha.
villain style reveal.
Well, if it isn't the great medium herself. Medium? I'd say extra rare piece of shit.
Filthy female cow. Make us laugh.
Filthy female cow.
I beg.
Tell us. Explain what you've just seen. Go on, you filthy female cow. Make us laugh.
Yeah, no, there are no consequences of any of these scenes. Nothing leads
Not
to
good.
anything.
Oh.
The problem with this film is that no one's noticed that Cathy is possessed. There's no drama because the parents aren't even aware of what's
Answer
happening.
me. She's in danger here. I know it.
Finally,
Cathy,
the parents notice.
where were you? What is it? What's the matter?
Ugh. Could have at least had the old guy dead in the cupboard. That would have been a bit more dramatic.
One of them had tipped over. There are 6 of them in here. It was my father.
So what was the point of that scene? It had 0 point. Something almost scary sort of happened and then it had a normal explanation. It wasn't anything to do with the story or the possession or anything. It's just filler. I will admit I'm finding this film quite frustrating. It is slow. There's very little story. There's pretty much no horror. Can't have a film about a possessed child and have no horror and no story. Why is this happening? A little bit of a don't look now moment. Very much a don't look now moment. Almost shot for shot, isn't it? And like with all the other references they bring in to the Omen or whatever, they don't do anything with it. It's not enough to evoke another film. You've got to do something with it. There's no sense of anything kind of escalating. The story's not building to anything.
George, she's I'm sure of it, George. He did it on purpose. The look at her
None of the
face.
characters are likable or relatable.
Stop it now!
George has never even mentioned the tragedy with his father and his sister who died in the car accident. He should at least have brought it up. Or why his mother took him away. What happened when she took him away?
George, how do you explain that? And me? Why am I constantly upset and nervous? And even you, George,
Because
seem
you're
to
a
be pulling away
stereotype
from
of
me and
women in
avoiding me.
horror movies.
I have been working at the construction site for 18 hours a day, and I am exhausted. You know how important this project is
18
to
hours
me.
a day on a
I
construction
just
site.
can't stand any more of your hysterics.
That sounds a little bit
As for this
hard
house,
to believe.
hell, and making all our lives unbearable. You're screaming your irrational fears, and you blame me. Even
That's women for you. making everyone's lives unbearable.
But I won't let you go that far again. You hear me? I just won't allow it.
Well, he's absolutely charming and lights up every room. Ugh, are we ever going to reach any kind of a climax in this movie? It's nearly over. Nothing has happened. Oh! That was alright. No, not really. What's going on? Are they slugs? Leeches? This is like an amateur stage production by a theatre company that sort of wanted to do something like The Exorcist. Didn't really know how.
Old people like to see others die.
Come on now, what are you telling me? Your mother won't die.
Old people like to see others die. Is that a thing? Oh, that's some evil apple eating. What? 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 I liked how the rip in his shirt looked like it had been cleanly cut by a pair of scissors just before they shot that. See, all the lights going on doesn't make it scarier. If they'd all gone off, that would have been scarier. And once again, the killing happened off screen. The most interesting, dramatic horror part wasn't shown at all.
My name is Laura.
And here we go again with the full bathroom lighting. Does not help. No reaction from the dad about finding the mutilated dead body. What happened? What actually happened? Because the mum pulled the eye out of the doll. She's not possessed anymore? How does that make sense? I thought she had to burn the doll like she kept talking about. Why isn't he saying what's going on? Now the doll's got its eye back again. And what happened to the storyline with the medium? Nothing. All those scenes with her had no point. They didn't go anywhere. Very disappointing. I had such high hopes for Cathy's Curse. I hoped it would be stupid and so bad it's good and full of terrible special effects and awful makeup and all of that, but it was just boring. Overall, I think I'd have to say what this is most like is an amateur dramatics production that couldn't get the rights to any sort of name horror project, so they just made this very weak, pale imitation of what a horror film might be like, but they'd never really seen one. Cathy's Curse has got all the horror cliches: the evil doll, the Doberman dog, the mentally unstable mother, the psychic, and does nothing with them whatsoever. I'm afraid I can't really recommend Cathy's Curse. I think the only way you could make this tolerable is to do a drinking game with it, where you take a drink anytime someone says the word bitch, which is quite a lot. I really hoped that Cathy's Curse would be one of those really entertaining, crazy, stupid horror movie viewing experiences, but I guess they can't all be winners. Really, the only one of these Exorcist rip-off movies that we've covered recently that I thought was any good was Demon Witch Child. That at least was funny and entertaining. I'm sorry that the same can't be said for Cathy's Curse. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye.